What is up, guys? My name's Simyan. My name is Yen. I play The Sims. Did you see what I did there? Alright guys, in today's video we are going to be talking a lot about Project Rene and some speculation that we have that could be possibly coming towards the next couple of years. Now again, Project Rene is still very early on, so again, take all of this with a grain of salt. And we're also going to get into some Simmers tweets and concerns as far as other DLCs and what to expect for the new year. Starting off with Gamer Patton tweeting out Project Rene might have hair and cloth movement. So again, they're going into a little bit more detail with Project Rene as far as being able to actually see a little bit more detail when you're playing inside of the game. And if you look, it says 1+ years of experience with runtime dynamics, cloth, and hair, and related authoring techniques. So that'll be really interesting to see. Now we do know that we remember seeing a little couple of just previews that the Sims team actually showed us when it came down to, you know, their prototype for the animations with active, passive, or secure, and these are just emotions. So I would be really curious to see what else they are willing to do, especially since they're also sending out things like senior technical artists where you will see a lot more focused on the environment. Now we do know on previous Behind the Sims Summit they actually talked about how much they really wanted to incorporate the environment and change it overall when it comes down to the Sims 5, aka Project Rene. Again, none of the names are actually secure, but they did say how much detail that they wanted to involve regarding this entire project. Now again, with this technical artist, if you look closely, they are basically stating that they want someone that is really going to pay attention to the environment and focus all on basically their responsibilities with collaborating closely with the other artists to develop this really cool aroma and scenery overall, and what we expect to see. And what a lot of simmers are already having this vision of seeing a little bit more of what we've already gotten in The Sims 4. Again, The Sims 4 is basically one of our best animations yet, I feel like, when it comes down to the franchise, but I would love to see what they incorporate with The Sims 5. Jack of All Games actually ended up tweeting out as well under The Sims and Max's website, stating that it says it wants someone to bring legacy titles to a cloud-based web service. And he also said, could this be a sign we could get Sims 1 or 2 for the 25th anniversary? So that'd be really interesting if maybe they're kind of thinking of doing like a remastered sort of thing. But it does say we're looking for a software engineer to work on a cloud web service to help us bring exciting new features to life. In this role, you'll be a part of a small team responsible for supporting Legacy Max's titles, and you will work with an experienced team that has collectively built Max's games for more than 2 decades. You'll report to development director for the back-end services team, and you'll be working on many more things as well. And if you go onto the website, it is actually everything is already there. So I would love to know your thoughts on regarding the Project Rene. Many people have their opinions on Project Rene, some good, some bad, and I think right now there are a lot of pros and cons. But one con I will say is coexisting with other games while The Sims is still running. I just don't think that's a good idea personally for me, because I've seen what happened when they're already trying to run Sims 4, Sims Mobile, and Sims Console. And so the fact that it's going to coexist along all of the other games, as well as being cross-compatible with each different type of technology, I just feel like there's already going to be issues within itself, considering that The Sims Direct has already stated so many issues out and have not even been as direct as we would love them to be. And again, The Sims 4 already has just so much lag and bugs and glitches with all the other packs. I'm not really looking forward to seeing it being cross-compatible against all these other different platforms. Now, The Sims team has not really tweeted anything much except for some ins and outs in which we're going to get into, but of course they did welcome the new year with a little gift that I mentioned in the previous video. But they did say a 2024 ins and outs list from yours truly. They said ins: appeasing the gnomes, snooping, toilet BFFs, owl dumpster woohoo, Nancy Lamb grab attitude, and then continued on to say, what else would you guys like as far as ins and outs? Now again, they are facing a lot of backlash due to a lot of FPS drops that have happened, and as well as bugs and glitches due to other packs, and of course nothing is working as usual, and many simmers were very quick to respond in a negative way. Now I did not even pick certain people, I went and just dragged on the cursor so you guys could see basically everything that I'm seeing. And if you guys pay attention very closely, again, the Sims team is facing a lot of backlash and they are just not addressing it. They'd rather just wait till the next roadmap, wait till the next pack, and wait till the next DLC or the next distraction, and so people can forget about what's actually going on with the Sims team and focus on what's happening now. Now again, it's a strategy that the Sims team has used for literally, I want to say years, I'm not going to say decades, but again, this has been happening very frequently ever since, I would say, after City Living. I would love to know your thoughts and opinions towards this. And again, I just feel like there is a lot that the Sims team is not taking seriously, and they really need to, considering if they are trying to make The Sims 4 last as long as they are and saying that the Sims team has many more years to come. They need to get it together as far as The Sims 4 and focus on the issues. Again, I've always said that I would love for them to just stop DLC for a year and focus on and fix every single issue that's going on within their game and their coding system, because the more DLCs that they end up adding, the more base game updates, and just overall, it's still going to add more problems to the game, and their system just can't handle it. I don't think at this point it has anything to do with personally our computers or, you know, just the console, but we are going to get into more speculation a little bit later as we continue on with this video. But again, let's just pause right here, and I would love to know your thoughts and opinions on everything that I've talked about so far, and what are your personal ins and outs when it comes down to the Sims 4 franchise. Now, with all that being said, we do know again that I mentioned bugs and glitches, and the Sims Direct unfortunately just hasn't been as direct as we would all like, starting with more issues when it comes down to cats and dogs. A recent tweeter by the name of This Ain't a Game said, I finally get the energy to kind of play, and she won't take this dog on a short walk. They're just standing there, and someone tweeted, Sally, this is a known bug where Sims do not walk the dog. Now, I did take a look at this, and guys, this has been going since 2020. The original post was 2021, but again, people have been having issues since way back when. That is years ago. We are now in 2024, so the fact that this is not getting, you know, situated is very frustrating to not only me, but to a lot of other Simmers out there, especially since cats and dogs have been out since 2017. And again, these are the bugs and issues that I'm talking about, but yet all of that is going on. But meanwhile, The Sims is still having their holiday sale and selling all of their packs, knowing that there is a lot of issues that are going on within the game. Now, I would love to know if any of you guys have any issues that are going on within yours, or have you guys picked up any of the Sim 4 games that are right now currently on sale. Of course, kits are excluded from this, which I don't think that should be a thing. I think they should include this, but I did want to talk a little bit more about speculation on what we should be seeing as far as DLC. Now, personally for me, and my thoughts and opinions on the future DLC is, I love the fact that they, you know, try to go out of their comfort zone. But look, for me, Journey to Batu was such a miss. I really hope they decide not to do something like this year, where they wasted all of this time on a pack that literally not everyone wanted, and focused more on more of a supernatural vibe. It doesn't even have to be supernatural, it can be more family oriented or etc. But again, something that had a lot of substance. This game pack, Realm of Magic, came up with so much, the lore behind this that you could do, and the creativity, as well as just going into depth with a lot of the other things that you can do as well. And then honestly, the create sim, the build and buy, I felt like I do actually have a review on it. If anybody wants to check it out, I'll leave it down in the link below. But I actually had a really fun time playing this, so I'm hoping they experiment more with that in later this year. Now, of course, the sim gurus have not stated anything since the new year, and of course, everybody is speculating, when should we be getting that next roadmap? A lot of people are wondering, is that something that we're going to be seeing in the near future, or if we are going to see anything at all, especially over the course of this January. I do believe we'll be seeing something later on this week, considering last year they posted January 10th, and again, we are coming up on Tuesday and this Thursday, so I definitely think something's going to be coming out. Now, I did want to go ahead and say tweet of the day, and I did tweet, every time I think about Island Living DLC, I think about how mermaids had so many missed opportunities. The underwater world could have been made and would have been such a cute hidden world. Now, I really loved the thought of Island Living. I thought it was a really cute idea. I do think there was a lot of missed opportunities, not only with mermaids, but a perfect chance to introduce hotels as well. But I do love the fact that, you know, we've gotten this beautiful world. Sulani is gorgeous. You guys, y'all can't deny that Sulani isn't a gorgeous world, but it's like, it's just empty. It's empty, and there's a lot of lore behind it, and there's not a lot of gameplay that you can do much with it, and that's the disappointing part when it comes down to being able to explore new worlds. We want more hidden worlds. We want more objects and things that you can do in the game. We want more direction. We want more control, and I feel like with The Sims, that keeps going with all the DLC, they start to restrict a lot of the gameplay features that could have been very well already implemented into the game, and therefore left for modders and CC creators to do all the work, because unfortunately their system just cannot keep up. This is what I'm very nervous about when it comes down to The Sims 5. And again, well, aka Project Rene. It's not literally called The Sims 5. They're calling it Project Rene because, again, they don't want to associate it with being exactly what it is. But again, I would love to know your opinions down below in the comments on everything I've covered. And again, I want to thank you guys all so much for the love and support. You guys have been very patient with me throughout my posting. I know it's been inconsistent and I'm really trying to get back on track, but I have other priorities at the moment. With that being said, I want to thank you guys so much. We are officially on the road to 30K, and I cannot wait to do another giveaway with this upcoming roadmap. So make sure you are subscribed, notifications on, and if you learned something new, please give it a thumbs up because it truly does help out my channel. And whether you're a silent viewer, you comment on my videos, or you just share my videos, at the end of the day, you still supported me in some shape, way, or form, and for that, I thank you. I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye!